Hello everyone, this is Monica from Unique Designs by Monica, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these interesting cocktails that you can make for yourself for Halloween or for Valentine's Day, depending on which one you choose. And I'm making all of these on Cricut Design Space using nothing more than basic shapes. So the first one that I have here, which I'm calling Witch's Brew, is done with a bunch of ovals, and Midnight Teeny is a triangle, and the poison bottle is circles and rectangles. So let's get started. For my Witch's Brew, I'm going to start with a circle, and then I'm going to take it off of the little lock. I'm going to just stretch it down. How far you do it is up to you. The only reason that I'm making it this big is for you guys can see it properly. Next, I'm going to do the base, and I'm going to remove the lock again and then just stretch it out and thin. Okay. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my square, removing the lock, and thinning it out and elongating it. Okay, I'm going to highlight everything, go under angle horizontally, and then weld. Okay, now this is where we start making our wine glass. We're going to grab a square, take it off the lock, and elongating it. Now this is where you can make it shorter or taller. I'm going to make it just enough so I don't see the top. Highlight everything and slice. Okay, I have myself my cup. I don't need any of these. And now we have the bases of our cup. I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to use my square tool again. Take it off the lock, and I'm going to butt it up against the bottom of the cup. And I'm going to just make it really big. I'm going to highlight everything and slice. Now this would be able to fit inside my cup. Now I don't need this anymore. I'm going to make this just a slightly bit smaller so it could fit. And I'm going to change the color of my cup to green. There you go. And the liquid inside of it, I'm going to make it purple. There we go. Now I did this deliberately to make it seem like there's only a little bit of amount in my cup itself. So I also want to make sure that this is bubbling. So I'm going to make a couple of circles, different sizes, as if it's brewing right out. I'm going to make a small one and put it right there. Now I'm just selecting all of my images right here and weld, giving it the illusion that it's coming out of the glass itself. I'm going to change the color to match the liquid inside of it. There we go. Now to make it look more Halloweeny, I'm going to have some circles onto the actual glass to make it look like a candy corn. And all I'm doing is just making a couple circles, and they're both all three are overlapping one another. And to make sure that they are all in the center, I'm going to go center horizontally and duplicate. Now I want to make sure that it's going to go exactly where I want it to. If I should make this into a vinyl or a card, I know where I'm going to place them. So I'm going to highlight everything, which I just dragged that off. I'm going to highlight everything. It's only the 3 balls and the glass itself. I'm not touching anything inside the liquid. And then I'm going to weld. This is going to bring it forward, and all I'm doing is just moving it back. Now to give it the candy corn effect, I'm going to just color it white, yellow, maybe a little darker yellow. and of course orange. There we go. Now we have our little candy corn. And we've officially created our witch's brew. Let me make it grouped so I don't lose this progress, and I'm going to put it right over here. Get a little sip of water. So let's create our midnight teeny. What we're going to need is a triangle, and all I'm doing with this triangle is turning it upside down. Okay, I'm going to duplicate and make it slightly smaller to make it look like the liquid inside. And then the same process that I did over here, I'm just going to grab myself a square, elongate it, and very much like the bottom, I'm going to grab myself a circle, remove the lock, and just make it an oval right there. Just to make sure everything's in the middle, I'm going to align it center horizontally and weld. So I'm going to move this to the back, and I'm going to put in the same liquid that I did over here and turn it purple. And I'm going to make it look like it's bubbling out in the very same manner that I did this over here. Let me just make this bigger so you guys can see what I'm doing. All I'm doing is just a couple of circles, nothing too fancy. Just making sure the bubbles become smaller and smaller as they go up. Now I'm going to select these two circles and the triangle and weld. Then color these the same color. There we go. Now for the crescent, all I'm doing is grabbing a circle, making it big enough for you guys to see, making a duplicate crescent, making it a little bit smaller, and choosing where I want it to cut. So I want this to show. I'm going to highlight everything and slice. By doing that, it's created these unusual shapes, and I'm getting rid of those. And since Design Space already creates a star for me, all I'm doing is just anchoring it to the moon like that, and I'm welding. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this, not the circle, the moon itself. I'm going to make it to the size that I want, like that. I no longer need this one. Okay, and then I'm just going to highlight the moon and just the cup itself. I'm not touching the liquid whatsoever, and I'm welding it. Then I'm going to move it to the back, and then I'm going to change this color to more of a silver color. And now we've officially created our midnight teeny right there. I'm going to group it, and then I'm going to put it with the secondary one, or our first one I should say. I can always make this a little smaller just to make it look like it's a smaller cup. Alright, for the bottle itself, I'm doing a square, taking it out of the lock, elongating it, and then I'm going to grab myself a circle. Now, I guess I could, let me do both. See which one you like the better. With the circle, I'm just going to elongate it. I guess I could go all the way to the end. Nope, I don't want to mess with it. I'm just going to stick with my original plan Make another box, pull it upward, make it tinier, like if it's the entrance of the bottle. And then I'm gonna align everything. There we go, and weld. Okay, that's my first bottle. Now the second bottle that I could possibly do, it's a little more standard. I'm just gonna make this smaller. Make the top of it. Removing the lock again. I guess it's really up to you, preference, which way you want your bottle to look. I'm going to align this and weld. So whichever bottle you feel you want to use, you could use either or. Now for the cork. I got myself a polygon, and it's the perfect shape that I need. So all I need to do is just remove the top. And the way I do that is I remove the lock, put it from point to point, highlight everything, and slice. Okay, that has given me a nice cork. I'm going to change the color to brown. Make it the size that I want. Elongate it just a little bit. Copy and paste. Now, in order to have liquid inside these bottles, all you need to do is duplicate. And then the very same way I cut the polygon, all I did is grab a square, unlocked it, highlighted it, or actually moved it. Now you can put very little liquid or a lot of liquid. I think I want a lot of liquid. And then I'm going to slice it. I'm going to remove everything. And here's my liquid. And I'm going to make it in the same color that's in my glasses. Now I'm going to just move this inward, giving my bottle a little border. And I can do the same for the other one. So all I need to do now is make sure that my witch's brew that I have going on here, or my poison, is just bubbling. And as I said before, all I need to do is just make it look like it's getting smaller and smaller as it's going upward. So I'm just going to highlight all of these bubbles and do the same thing over here. Select my rectangle tool and weld. Do the same thing for these guys. And weld. There you have it. Now you have two drinks, two different types of bottles that you just made with basic shapes on Cricut Design Space. If you like what you see, by all means feel free to drop a like. If you would like to see when I post out something new, hit that subscribe button and put on the bell notification, because I post something every Saturday and Wednesday. So if you don't want to miss out, feel free to hit that subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my Cricut series. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. You guys have a nice day. Bye.